Hey there everyone, welcome back to my humble office here during lockdown. I know this is a familiar background that you see every time, but this is just because of the lockdown of the COVID-19 that we are facing, and it's better to stay safe and to stay inside and let this thing become something of the past. Today we are going to discuss the three business environments, and in videos to come I will discuss each environment on its own in much more detail. But for now, everything is going to be said in a nutshell, just to get our heads wrapped around it, and so that we can have a clearer picture of what the business environments look like. The one that we're going to start with is the smallest one, and that's why they call it the micro environment. Now, the micro environment, apart from the fact that it's the smallest environment, it is pretty much the most important environment, because it is actually the business itself. It's where you make all the decisions. It's where you manage the business from. So basically, you've got full control over the micro environment. And elements of the micro environment includes your vision, what you want to achieve with your business, your goals in other words, as well as your plan, how you're going to achieve those goals. And we call that the mission. Another element is what we call the organizational structure, where your employees fit into the management structure of your business. The third element is the organizational culture, the vibe that you want to present in your business. And then the last element of the microenvironment is the 8 business functions. Now, I know some people like to refer to the 10 business functions, and there are 10, nothing wrong with that, but for now we are going to focus on the 8 business functions. That's the micro environment, and you've got full control over that. The next one is what we call the market environment. Now, the market environment is the environment just outside of the business, where you've got direct contact with the elements in that environment. You do not have any control over them, but you can influence them. And when we discuss the market environment in depth, I'm going to explain to you how we can influence these elements. Examples of the elements are your clients, that's the one. Another one is your suppliers, where you get your products from. And then your competitors, trade unions, and NGOs, or non-governmental organizations, just to name a few. There's also intermediaries. I'm not going to explain what they are right now, but when we get to our next video on market environments, there I will be explaining to you what that means. Our third and final environment is what we call the macro environment. Now, with a macro environment, it's basically everything outside of the business that you cannot control, but they do have an influence on your business, like technology, for example, the economy, natural disasters. You cannot control these things, but they do have an effect on your business. There are others which I will get to in our next videos, but for now all I want you to remember are the 3 environments: micro, market, and macro environment, and then the control that you have over these 3 environments. The micro environment, full control. You control everything inside of the micro environment. The market environment you cannot control, but you can have an influence on these elements. And then the macro environment is where you cannot control anything at all. I hope that you learned something, and stay tuned. We are going to post videos more often, and it's going to come quick, and I want you to stay up to date. So until next time, thanks for watching. Keep safe. Cheers.